We still take that time, but we do it on our feet. Big toes touching if possible, or the inside edges of your big toes. Look down at your feet, send a little love and gratitude as you work them into relative evenness and openness, spreading out your toes. Reach down into the four corners, we sometimes call it, the inside and outside edges, front and back, trying to find that balance in the body from the foundation. And then traveling up with your awareness, just begin to firm the muscles of your legs a little bit, sometimes a little feedback from your hands, just to encourage the legs to be active, a little lift in the kneecaps. And then rest your hands together, rest your arms into your body, so that is restful and easy. Begin to let your breath flow through your nose with sound. Close your eyes. And now awareness traveling up the central channel, drawing the navel towards the spine, in and up lightly. Feeling the breath move deeply above that stillness in the low belly. Try to find a nice lead through the back of your head and neck so you have a long spine, even and centered. Now concentrate on being still. So we might do a little bit of swaying around as we find our balance here, and a little movement is totally natural and fine. Just ask yourself to be still. Rest your eyes. Find your breath with your mind and rest upon it. Notice the uplift in the soles of the feet. Notice the centers of your palms. Quiet space. Intend, dedicate as you wish. Just observe the power of this intentional standing, centered and grounded. And then release down your hands and step out your feet a comfortable width so you have a wider foundation. Just automatically feel that sense of ease as we open up the groundedness. And then we'll navel to the spine and taking our hands into fists for bow shape, going back to the right, look back twist. Gently squeezing your hands and pulling the arms away from each other. Notice what the inhale feels like and what the exhale feels like. One more time. Use the exhale to release your hands and untwist. Settle back into center, take a breath. Other side, pull the bow tightly. Just the right amount for your body in each shape, please. Only you can know that experience, so customize. Try to keep it positive for your body. Really let your eyes go to the side here as you look back, so you get stretch in your eye muscles in the practice. Fourth breath, one more breath's energy. Exhale, soft hands, back to center. 3 breaths. And then coming to side bending with your feet closer together if possible. So as long as you feel you can, take your arms up and shoulders down. Catching opposite elbows are in that vicinity and go over to your right side, 5 breaths. Here it's nice to have the legs together. It helps you feel your central line as you side bend. Let your eyes find steady points when you're working on balance. And breathe out one more time. Gently see if there's a little bit more space. Inhale, come slowly up from your side bend and bring down your arms. Other side, reach out, breathe in. Breathe out, shoulders and ribs down. Cut your elbows the other way and come over to the left. Doesn't need to be a big movement. You might move with your breath, and that's fine. The breath is central to the practice, as is the movement of prana, moving with the breath, the vital energy. It's not the breath, but it moves with the breath. One more breath out, see if there's a little more room. Come out slowly and bring down your arms. Greeting the sun, have an intention of readiness. Lift your face up towards the sky a little bit. And when you breathe in, bring your hands together about your heart level and then bring them all the way up. Breathing in, stretch to the sky. Breathing out, your arms can really do what they want as they make their way down to the shins, feet, or floor, wherever your hands reach is fine. Folding in, knees bend okay. Halfway lift, inhale, extend your spine like cow spine, with comfortable neck. Bend your knees, spread out your hands, go back to plank pose. Press the earth away, use your whole body. Knees down is fine. So we create strength here with our own body weight, pressing into the earth. Knees down and come all the way to your belly. Just carefully ease out to your belly. For cobra, zip up your legs, feet together, and hugging your elbows in by your sides and lift up. So we use the legs. They're active, squeezing together. Gaze to your nose. 3. Gently lift your heart. One more breath. Exhale, go down, soften the legs a bit. And here, press forward and down into your hands. They don't move, but that action helps you come up. Tuck under your toes, pull back to quarter dog. Get a nice, lovely lengthening in your spine, your arms, as you pull your hips away from your head, away from your hands. Keep the breath steady. The Ujjayi breath, the victorious breath, victorious over our running thought commentary. One more time, breathing out. And inhale up to your tabletop. Bring your knees under your hips and uplift in your low belly towards your spine. Tiger pose, the right leg goes straight back. It doesn't have to go high, just reach it straight back with energy. And when you breathe out, hug your knee and nose and elbows all to the center. Twice more, extend out, tiger pose. A little bit fierce. Let's go for 5. So 3rd one, 4th one, and 5th one. So there's a pulling energy in the arms, pull to center and release. Other side 5 times, extend your leg, a little squeeze in your glutes to lift and point. Exhale, pull to center. Inhale, push. There's much more push in the practice than pull, so really work that pull action here. 3rd one, curl in, lengthen back. Once more. And extend. Release. Come up to your knees and just give your wrists a moment to circle and let energy flow into your hands. Awakening, whatever feels nice. And then land into your heart center. Spread your hands out again, tuck under and go to downward facing dog pose. So we get this great big lift up. Stay on the balls of your feet to start. Find that pike in the low belly, drawing towards the spine. And then let your weight settle back towards your heels. You might refine your hands, and then let your head hang free for 5. Be patient with yourself, compassionate with your body. Sound of the breath becomes the meditation. Exhale, weight back into the legs. Bend your knees, keep your hips low, and step forward. Straighten out and fold forward, breathing out. Breathe in, we return to where we started, reaching up. And exhale, heart center. Close your eyes, take a free breath. Composing yourself. And crossing out your thumbs, fingers wide, breathing in, up and gently back. So way up first and then a little bit back. Let's take 2 more breaths with that experiment of up and back. Up and back. And then strong in your belly to pull to forward fold. Go slowly in those transitions. Half lift, extended spine. Exhale, Anjaneyasana, right leg going back. Take a moment for this. I'll cushion under your knee if you need it. So we come to low lunge, shoulders back and down. Bring your knee towards your toes. And let's take both hands to your sacrum, that triangular bone at the back of your pelvis. Just pressing the hands there to guide the pelvis forward. Downward gaze off the nose. Everything is Anjaneyasana right now. Fully give ourselves to each pose. Breathe out one more time. See if there's a little space to go into that lunge more. Press your foot to release. Bring down your hands. Knees, chest, and chin. Spread your hands wide, pretty long arms, hug in your elbows, and bring your chin down. Lift up your feet, and then let your chest touch the floor. And then release your legs to go back to belly. Sometimes called awkward pose. Let's take the arms overhead. Reach your right arm and left leg up and hold steady. Nice groundedness so we get more of our body on the earth. One more time, give energy to that opposite reaching. And come on down. All the way to soft. Inhale, engage your muscles and your bandhas and lift up the other side. 3, soft breath, about 5 each. Last one. Exhale, down and soft. Downward facing dog, press forward and down into your mat. Work your way into your upside down V and hold for 5 breaths. Looking back between your legs. Breathe out once more with a long spine. Uplift in the belly helps you step your right leg forward for Anjaneyasana, second side. Having a moment to settle into your shape. Guide your knee towards your toes to any degree. And then place your hands on your sacrum again to guide your pelvis forward. Trying to lift in the whole rib cage. And find just the right amount of stretch in your legs and hips. Exhale one more time. Press your foot to straighten out your leg and make your way to forward, half lift, breathing in. So there's time for these poses. Exhale, time just forward fold. Just release, enjoy the time there. Inhale to stand. Cross thumbs up and back. And exhale, use your belly strength to bring yourself back into Samasthiti. Feeling our prana rising. Feet hip distance apart, Ustrasana, arms in front, hips down and back. Really reach back for that invisible chair. Go low. Pull your arms into your shoulders and hold for 5. Open up your padas, your feet. One more breath. Challenge yourself to go a little bit low, but just only so you can still come out. Inhale, energy, press your feet and rise. Exhale, take your pelvis and guide it forward with knees bending as needed. Putting your hastas under your padas, so come to the roots of your fingers or your wrist. Always time to take your elbows instead. So we just gently traction the wrist by pulling on the hands a little bit, and the feet resist that pull. Forward fold. Hello, back body. We don't see you, but we can feel you. There's a natural calming response when we fold forward. Letting the nervous system register ease. One more breath. See if you can just draw your elbows away from each other a little bit on your inhale. And exhale, relax in the forwardness. One hand at a time, back to your pelvis. Bend your knees a bit and press to stand up. Exhale, ground into your low belly center with your breath. Then step out to the right side on your mat and turn out your right foot about 45 degrees and bend your knee out towards your toes. Do the same on the other side, and we'll flow side to side before we hold. Flow, press out. So you can go down to your own degree. If you'd like to add that reach to the opposite side with your hand, you can really do this at your own speed. Just be mindful. Do about the same on each side. So we're back where we started. Do the left side. And return to right for a hold, wherever you want to be with your arms up, on your leg or on the floor. Hold steady for 5. When we spread the legs wide from each other like this, it's nice to add the Mula Bandha lift, the pelvic floor toning. Helps you feel supported deep inside. Exhale. Other side, make your way over for 1. Keep your neck relaxed and neutral. 3rd breath. Try to just be on the space of your mat. Exhale for 5. Then inhale, come to center and come up. And come to triangle pose from here to the right. So your left foot's going to angle in a little bit and your right foot will turn all the way to the back of your mat. Hands to the low belly, take a breath. Keep your left hand there. No, keep your right hand there. Sorry, take your left arm up, breathe in. Over and down, keep that belly center hold. And then release your arm, the other arm down. Just want a sense of working from the belly center. Feeling some heat, some tapas rising in the body. Breathe out once more. Inhale energy to change to the other side. And exhale. It's fine if you need a little more time to get ready. I'll try the low belly hold coming down. And release it when you're ready. Breathing out. Inhale energy to come up. Wide parallel feet, release down your arms. If you want to step your heels off your mat, you may do that and work into a wide stance that feels safe and reasonable, but maybe slightly wider than you think you can do it. We're trying to touch our heads to the floor. Breathe in, lengthen your spine. With a curious attitude, go forward from your pelvis so the knees can bend. You can guide your pelvis. Hands down, head towards the earth. And you can do little adjustments to free your feet from gripping and to create the right amount of space. So we can come into a little bit of a tripod headstand, very, very light. Or just reaching towards the floor is also good. Great pose to feel the upward flying in the low belly. Fourth breath. And fifth breath. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, head over to your left leg and wrap yourself over to that direction. Just relax your head. Feel the connection in your tissues. Breathing out. Other side. Work your way over. You can change the distance between your feet. All good. Make it work for yourself in the moment. Fourth breath. Exhale. Come back to center. Heel toe your feet a little bit closer so you have nice power in your legs to rise up. And relax, stepping out, top of the mat. Wide feet, maybe about as wide or a little wider than the mat to try a little bit of kormasana preparation on our feet. So we come into forward fold, guide your pelvis, bend your knees a bit, and work your arms through and wrap around your legs. So hands forward, palms forward, reach back, and just kind of take the legs on each side. One more breath is 5. And try a couple of steps front and back in this position, which may be the wildest thing you do this weekend. Just one step, be determined. Try walking front and back a few times. And then stop, hang forward and breathe one more time. Ultimately, we're trying to get our shoulders behind our legs. Bend your knees so you have lots of room to release up into star pose. A little time to let your head transition from being upside down. Just light reaching in the arms, not overly striving. Remembering the right effort. One more breath. Calming energy, nice. And down the center line. Parsvottanasana. Hips to the front. Take your right leg back, angling the heel so you keep your hips towards the front. Take your arms down, thumbs down and back, and reach back as far as you can. Breathing in. Breathe out, bring your palms together or your knuckles or hold your arms, all good. Work your way up your back to a comfortable degree, and then keep this upper body shape as you fold forward. It's fine if your front knee bends in this pose. Concentrate very deeply on balancing, trusting our spreading feet. Breathe out one more time. Inhale energy up. Release the arms down just a little bit and change to the other side. First, creating the foundation, feet and legs. And then bring your hands up a little more if you would like to, breathing in. Forward fold. Lead with your nose and your heart. Once you get into the fold, then release any gripping that the feet have done. Bow your head towards your leg. And one more breath. Exhale for 5. All impermanent forms. Breathing in, coming up. Slide your hands down and give them a moment from that compression just to release and rest into each other. Preparing your mind to stand on one leg. Come into a concentration. Close your eyes. Deeply present. For dancer's pose, feeling free to catch a prop for support, just having a wall near you or a piece of furniture. Right leg balance first. Shift your weight. Catch your left foot on the outside with your hand, or your ankle is fine. Preparation here just to lengthen the front thigh, so hold with one or both hands, keeping your knee down next to the other one. Lock your eyes on a point on the floor in front of you, 4 or 6 feet away. But keep your face open and receptive. One more breath like this. Remember to just keep trying. If you're having a wiggly day, it happens. Folding forward. So you lift your back knee, lift your knee up, the folded knee. Press the foot into the hand, and then your other hand counterbalances out in front of you. So sometimes we just need a reset. Use support if you need it to help you have stability. Two more breaths. See if you can grow a little bit. And coming out carefully. Land. I observed something there that I remember is that keeping your standing leg a little bendy can really help sometimes. So remember that when you're trying to balance. Shift to the other side. Bend the right knee. Catch it from the outside on the ankle or foot. Just keep your knees near each other. All the little micro adjustments. Eyes steady. Try to find a little bit of that heart opening. Second one, reset here if you need to. If you're feeling unsteady, reset your standing foot before you attempt to lean forward and lift your knee, press your foot into your hand, other hand forward. A wonderful spaciousness in the mind as we concentrate completely on the balance and the actions. One more breath and release. Receive. Finishing standing with Virabhadrasanas, warriors. Take your right leg back. Bend your knee over your ankle, square towards the front. Arms up, hands together, and they can be more in front or straight up. Shoulders down, a little tail tuck. And if it feels okay, lift your chin, shine your face upward, your eyes upward. Take one more breath. Turn to the back of your mat. Give yourself time, be patient as you make your way into that shape. Add a little tail tuck. We want the shoulders off the ears. And a little bit of strength, this warrior, strong. Open out to B, so just reach your arms front and back. Release your back toes to the side. Gaze off your right fingertips. There's a lovely open-hearted quality to the warrior bee. We're also broad in our upper back at the same time. See if you can get just a little bit lower into your lunge for the last breath. Other side. Give yourself time to transition, and with practice you can learn those actions. Try to find some ease in the effort. So we find structure and we balance it with sweetness. Last breath. And we do this kind of cartwheel to frame the front foot and take the leg back. Just work with yourself. Come into the flex spine, round spine like a cat. Bring your knees down. Lift up to your fingertips and keep rounding. Fourth breath. Hands down. Release your round spine and cow spine. Gently bring your heart forward. Gaze at your nose. Come out to your belly. Working your way down. Gather the legs to the center and together. Reach your arms back. Lift your chest. Feel your back muscles lift your chest and breathe for 5. So legs and spine are very active. You'll move with your breath. Once more. And bring your hands down, release. Press forward and down. And draw back to Balasana for a moment, Child's Pose. Grounding and calming. Exhale. And inhale, coming up for our kneeling poses. If you have a blanket and want to add it underneath your knees, or if you want to add any props for camel pose, we'll do the kneeling eagle and then the camel. Just supporting yourself in that way. Just learn how to stand on your knees. Take a moment with that project. We've practiced, we learned to ground the tops of our feet. Close your eyes and just feel top of right foot, top of left foot pressed to the earth. We're teaching our bodies to do something that we don't normally do. And then cross your right ankle over your left. And take your right elbow under your left. Eagle arms. Lift your elbows up and go gently back. So sometimes eagle can make you feel kind of claustrophobic or closing in around your heart. See if you can find that heart opening here anyway. Just try to pull your elbows apart, but don't let go. Leaning back just a little bit. Give it one more breath. And release your arms and your legs. Tops of the feet, close your eyes, plant them. Other side, cross the ankles or just cross your legs in a comfortable place. Take the left elbow under the right. Turn sideways, make sure you can see. So I'm not doing a whole lot of back bending. It's more of Uplift in the elbows, uplift in the rib cage, and then a little bit back. Just try to keep your heart open in spite of the shape. Third breath. And exhale, release arms and feet. Hold your center. Now camel pose, so feel free to add any props or support. One teacher I've studied with, David Garrick, he really talks us on doing a little stamping to help create that connection with the tops of the feet or the bottoms, wherever we're working. So preparation, let's try the sacrum with both hands. That lets a nice openness come to the heart. Strong in your foundation and just lean back in space. Go straight back. Don't worry about bending. Just lean back. And 5. Inhale, straighten back up. So I'm keeping my head neutral because that's kind of the last thing that we add. If you feel good taking your head back, you may. Let's do a second one with the arms up. And now we do a little bit more of a bend. Lift your rib cage, pelvis forward. Keep a downward gaze towards your nose. And when we come up in a moment, lead with your heart. Breathe out, inhale heart first, and release. Take a breath. Ustrasana, camel pose. Catching your heels, you might bring them up a notch if you want. Or repeat sacrum or arms up. Ground your feet, lean back, lift your chest. Keep gazing down, and then take your head back if it feels okay. Fourth breath. Exhale. Lead with your heart, coming up. And now we need to go forward for counter pose into child's again. Make your way there slowly, a little side to side to really ground, and then be still and rest. Back bends have very energizing quality, you can feel. So we give ourselves a little time to calm back down. Nice breathing into your back ribs. One more time, a complete cycle of breath. Once your exhale is complete, rise up, and we'll come to some seated poses. So if you'd like, you can sit on your blanket, add it a little height to your blanket, or you could sit on a bolster if you have one of those. And let's prepare. So sit on the kind of forward edge of your prop. Take your legs out straight. Activate your legs like we're standing. Weave your fingers, inhale, press up. Exhale, release your hands and catch your ankles or your feet to forward fold. Knees bend as needed. For 8 breaths. Plenty of time to let your body come into the shape. Five. And 8. Exhaling. Inhale, coming up. Looking at kormasana. So we are going to take our arms on the inside, like we did standing, inside of the legs, And then underneath the legs, turn your palms up and just try to wrap around to catch your legs like we did standing. Keeping the knees bent, just letting your spine round forward. If you want to work your feet towards each other, you can cross your ankles if you like. This is Supta Korma, sleeping turtle. Last breath. Exhale. Just working your way out of those actions. And come on up to your hands and knees again so you can work around sideways on your mat, possibly with some cushioning for a frog pose. So we're going to do, it's like Baddha Konasana, but downward facing. So we're going to widen out our knees. Use your arms for support. And choices here are with the feet wide or together, anywhere in there. Hips can be straight, middle, or low. Knees as wide as they feel good. Carefully ease yourself down to a comfortable challenge. Add your Uddiyana Bandha, the navel towards the spine, and that will automatically help engage the mula. A few breaths just to settle in. And now staying for 5. Take effort out of this pose. Just let gravity do the work. Just a little bandha support. Exhale once more. Come out very slowly, carefully, one leg at a time. Lift it up, don't drag, but lift up and bring them closer. And turning back to the narrow side of your mat for a pigeon pose. Variation, you can use cushioning if you'd like it, if you like, with your right leg coming forward, folding the knee. Take your left leg straight back, if possible. And join me if you would like to put both hands on your folded knee. So this is a heart lifter, is a back bend, so add a little tail tuck. Let your brain be refreshed by learning something new, trying something a little differently. One more breath. Spread out your hands. Let's go to downward dog with a 3-leg lift. You can do your own thing here as far as just finding some space in that hip, releasing to the side. However this pose feels good for you. One more breath. Release. Kapada Raja. Other side, folding the knee in on itself. Other leg trying to go straight back. Stack your hands on your front knee. Tuck your tail a little bit if it feels like there's not enough room for your spine. If this is too much, obviously, give yourself a little more room. Nose gaze. Soft eyes. 4th breath, stretching through. Last one. Back we go. 3-leg dog. Shake it out. And then hold in a place that feels good. A few rounds of breath. Release tension. Coming down and coming through so you can come to your back. Bringing with you any supports that you'll need for Shavasana. Any clothing you want to add back on to keep yourself warm. Arrive on your back with your knees bent. Arms by your sides. Feet in nice and close to your body, but wide from each other. For bridge, you feel like you're in a strong position here as you lift up. Try tucking the tailbone a little bit to see if that brings some freedom to your bridge. Think about your camel spine here. Imagine you're on your knees instead of on your back. Shapes are very much similar to each other. One more breath, lift your hips a little higher. And release your spine down to the earth. Land your pelvis, feel your curves return. Bring in your knees, catching your inner feet for happy baby pose for 5. Lightly draw down on your feet, knees on either side of your torso. And 8th breath. And release your legs down, planning your inverted leg position for the day. Legs up in the air. Join me for shoulder stand if it's in your practice. Legs against the wall or up on a piece of furniture is also nice. And we have plenty of time for this practice. We'll maybe take a total of 15 breaths in the whole sequence. So you can just hang out with your legs up the whole time. Pick up your feet with your knees bent and straighten your legs up towards the sky. The arms are really important here on the earth, so they give us strength and foundation to lift up our hips. Reach your legs like tiger pose, like 3-leg dog. Reach both legs actively and then bring your hands towards the middle of your back. Try to straighten up your legs. Centered on the back of your skull and your shoulders. So there's determined reaching. And see if you can find the calmness. Rest into it. Three more breaths. Navel towards the spine on each exhale. Breathe out once more. Halasana, let your legs come overhead. It's fine if your knees bend, arms back to the earth. Feet heading towards the floor, but they don't have to go there. Just let the legs rest into each other. If your feet will rest down, let them rest. Slowing down our practice. Finishing. And 8. Use your arms, use your bandhas. Carefully bring your spine back down. At some point, gravity will take over and bring you the rest of the way. And come in. Sitting up, crossing your legs. We'll take a fish pose. You can do heart lift or the fish. If you want to cross your legs into lotus or just keep cross legs easy, that's fine. 1 is heart lift. Fingers forward, lean back, lift your chest. We lift up the chin. And here we're just trying to give space for our thyroid and our throat chakra. So heart lift pose, stay, or come back to your forearms, hands underneath your bottom, and lift up your heart, take your head back. One more breath. Use your hands to lift, help you come out carefully. And stay in our seated position, just adjust so that it's comfortable. For some pranayama now, we're just sitting for a moment with the practice, settling our energy towards rest. Taking your arms like waterfalls from the shoulders to the fingers, and join your thumb and index finger in the gesture of non-separateness. We are part of a universal self. Breathing in, feel the breath draw up. And then tuck your chin towards your chest and breathe out, following the breath down to the root of your torso. Give a little squeeze there. And then into your belly, squeeze. And inhale up and down the spine. Each exhale ends in the belly. Go slowly. And keep it positive, don't force it. Just a little bit of air at a time. Pausing just a little bit between the inhales and exhales. Twice more. Slowly, slowly. And lift your chin and release your arms. Release your legs. Lie back and take rest. If you are restless and you want to flow through up dog and down dog one more time, you may. Just a little rest to let our practice be received into our bodies. Adding your support, a blanket or clothing under knees, under head. Just on top is a nice grounding quality. And we've just been doing and doing for the past hour, so this is just be time. Just arrange so you're comfortable and let all of it be received. With practice, just like you come into your triangle pose, come into your resting pose and just drop everything. Be completely still except for your breath. Relaxing the bandhas, make sure your pelvic floor is released. Take a breath into your belly, make sure Mula Uddiyana bandha is released, breath in the belly. And just let everything soften, shoulders down into the earth. Peaceful face. Just be patient with yourself. If it takes you a little while to transition, that's also fine. Just concentrate on stillness. Breath is soft and natural. Just let it do its thing. Try to keep softness in your jaw. The lips and teeth separate a little bit. The vibration of the breath gently calms the nervous system. Next time you feel the impulse of inhalation, let it stretch. And the exhale, stretch as well. Swallow. Let your eyes flutter open. Let your fingers and toes flutter. Then rolling over to your right side, supporting your head with your arm. Bend your knees. Using your top hand, coming up. Fold in your legs. Sitting tall. Release your arms out, float them in front of you. Breathe out, go to the right side for an easy twist, looking back. Releasing along the spine. Exhale. Inhale, center, float out your arms. And other side, looking back. I realized that I didn't include a lot of twists today. Breathe out once more. And return to center. The moment for quietness. All the energy that you put into the practice is yours, becomes part of you. Namaste. Thank you for joining me this morning. Hope you have a lovely last bit of winter weekend. Malika. You're welcome, Ashley.